Hey, welcome back to season 2 of F&F Podcasts. This is your host, Fardeen Finos, with your co-host, Farooqi. Unfortunately, Farooqi isn't here today, so it's just going to be you, me, and today's guest. And talking about today's guest, he's a special one. He's the first ever guest to come twice to the show. So please welcome Salman.
Hey.
Okay, so I just want to say, just want to make this clear. So you're very known for your knowledge in the tech industry. So like, more specifically, Apple. Like, you're really interested into it, aren't you? But I think, you know what? Before we start the podcast, just tell us more about you. Like, what's going on? What's going on in life right now? Where are you? Just a small introduction.
Actually, in India, Asian.
Oh.
And right now, many of you, the countries
in a really bad state
because
COVID has really ravaged the entire country.
In my place, especially, Fardeen, you're also from there.
Right.
Right now, the city's in lockdown, so I actually came here to see Fardeen in real life. Because due to lockdown, I haven't seen him. I've actually been here for like a month, so it's crazy.
You haven't seen my amazingly beautiful face.
Oh my god.
Dude, I can't wait to meet you in real life. But
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before you start, I just want to say I'm also in India. So I just want to make that clear. I'm also in India. My exams are over. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the part. Yeah, dude, this is the part where I was super scared. That's why the reason I stopped doing the podcast. I took a break from like 3 months. I took a break for 3 months.
Yeah.
Dude, I was super scared because this was my 10th grade exam and I did not want to mess this up. I was so scared for this one, dude.
How do you think you did?
See, the question, the paper was super hard. Like, it was really bad. It was like really hard. I'm just kidding. The paper was super hard, but then the answers that I gave, I'm pretty confident with the answers I gave. So like, honestly, I don't want to think about it because the exams were so stressful, dude. Like, you had to see me at that moment. I was shivering, panicking. I don't know. It's just probably because the hype and everyone, like the respect that people give, especially people like my grandparents, my parents, they were like, "It's a 10th grade exam, so you better prepare for this." I'm like, "Oh shit." Like all my friends are also nervous. Like seeing them being nervous, seeing everyone else being nervous about me, I was like, "Oh shit, I want to mess this up." But so far, I think I did good. So yeah, exams are over. See, the thing was, during the exams, I wanted to finish the exam season so fast. I'm like, please, 2 weeks of exam, please, just finish off, please. I was praying to God for the time to go fast. But then after the exams were over, I'm just like, oh shit, what do I do now? Like, I'm basically just binge watching old shows and everything because right now I have nothing to do. And that's when I restarted the podcast, season 2. And you are first repeating guest. Also, the first ever the second time guest. And that's like a cool name.
Second time guest. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's because of the high demand you had, dude. Like, everyone was asking for it. But, yeah. Basically, right now, I've been doing some... I just checked in Google, basically. I just checked things to do during the vacations. And people were just saying, like, find out new hobbies and stuff. And the main goal for this vacation was to basically physically improve myself. Because the thing was, dude, I was really in bad shape during the quarantine. Like, because I did not work out at all. I was just sitting in my chair, online classes, studying. So, like, I've been super unathletic, just super lazy, like, really in bad shape. So right now I've been starting to work out, doing the podcast. So I'm basically just improving life slowly. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Like on the vacation thing, like once our exams are over, back when I was in school, I remember when I used to have all these stressful exams. The exams were the only thing I used to focus on. But then I just felt like disconnected the second everything was over. Like,
Exactly.
now what? But then,
exactly.
And then I'm like, I'm gonna have it. Like, for example, during my exams, I'm like, I can't wait towards my vacation. And then I'm like, and then the vacation comes. As usual, we become unproductive. Nothing. We end up doing nothing.
Right.
Like, it's unfortunately a trap I think most of us fall into.
Exactly. I mean,
It's-
I think it's the vacations what led me to create this podcast. Like last year, me and Farooqi during the vacations, we had like 2 weeks or 3 weeks break before the exams were starting. No, after the exams, so before like the PTM. So we were just chilling, and yeah, and that's when we started the podcast because we were super bored. We wanted to create something, not a YouTube channel because I already had one. Been there, done that. So like not a YouTube channel, but we started this podcast, and now we are interviewing you for the second time. I'm sorry. I'm just excited for you coming twice because like
uh,
last episode that we shot was the best. Like it was
like
really good.
like personally, I thought it was a complete flop, but whatever.
I really liked it because it was a topic that I really was into. But
like, like when you announced your season 2, I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. And then you told me, can you please come in? I'm like, what? Is
yeah,
Fardeen out of
exactly.
his mind or something?
Dude, no, seriously, because the thing was, season 2 was brought up because we took a break. I just checked out before I was starting. I was just checking out the audience level, and people checking like interacting with the website or Instagram profile and YouTube. So the views were going down by the time that I was posting a new one. So I wanted to get a new refresh and like a new just a new revamp for the entire thing. So like, it brings it a nice like a refreshing plate to start off. So that's why I started with season 2. Even though it's just like 8 to 7 episodes, I just started with the season 2. So now we have like this time. Trust me, season 2 is gonna at least have like at least minimum 20 episodes. I know it's a big number, but like minimum 20
Okay.
episodes.
Okay. Yeah, like I think your brother told me that you're a podcast with your friend from Liverpool, Leo,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
kid I
yeah.
bullied. The kid I bullied. Let's not. Let's just leave it as a
Oh
mystery.
no! Oh no!
He's gonna be so confused when he hears this. He's like, "What?" Let's just keep this a
Let's not.
secret.
Let's not. Yeah, yeah.
Anyways,
It's a secret. Yep. Anyways.
anyways,
But dude,
it got
you know
like the
what? I've been
highest
talking a
views.
lot. Yeah, the last podcast. I just want to say, if you're listening to this, thank you so much. I mean, I don't know if you listened to the previous one, but like, if you're listening to this and also have listened to the previous episode, thank you so much because the last previous episode was the highest viewed episode on YouTube. Like, that's a good view. Like 106, oof, for a podcast. I mean, be honest. Do you think people are gonna listen to podcasts on YouTube? Like
No,
Spotify, okay, but like YouTube, mm-mm. And I know 100 sounds low, but like once I try visualizing 100 people, like actual 100 human beings watching my video, oof, that's a big number.
the thing is about watching podcasts on YouTube. As humans, we're wired to do easier stuff. Podcasts are like hard. You need to focus and
Right, right.
so like you guys reaching 100 views is actually incredible. That means there's people like that want to spend their time and listen
Yeah,
to what you guys. That's
it's
actually
so weird
crazy
because the
to
thing
me.
is, that was the highest viewed episode, but at the same time, it was the longest episode also. It was the longest episode, it was like 44 minutes or something. That's like a long episode. Like compared to what we usually produce, the content is like 30, 28 minutes. But that was like 40. I know it's just 14 minutes difference, but trust me, listening to us talk for 14 minutes is like an eternity. So, like, yeah.
Okay, you and your
But,
co-hosts are actually pretty good. I hoped he could have joined us today, but
oh yeah, Farooqui,
yeah,
he's actually having exams today. Not
oh
today, I'm
yeah,
sorry, like week, next week.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
good luck, Farooqui. If you
Good
listen
luck,
to this, good
Farooqi.
luck.
You got this.
You got this. But yeah, dude, talking about exams with Farooqi, dude, I don't want to expose ourselves, but like we used to cheat a lot during exams last year.
Let's be honest. Who doesn't cheat?
But like this is just for fun. Like when we used to have these mock or like pop tests, pop quizzes, what we used to do is so like we had two classes. There was like the 9A, 9B. This is ninth grade by the way. So there's 9A, 9B. So usually when students when they do their students in 9B when they do their exams, us 9A, which is me and Farooq 9A, we usually get their results earlier. 9B students usually get their results earlier. So we used to get those results and used to you know do some do sound cheating. I don't want to say we cheated. Like so the thing is the same question. So if you get the same answer, you're not cheating because it's the same question, right?
Can someone please send this podcast link to the Wellington staff? Just in case.
Oh no.
New information.
But yeah, that's dude. You know what? I've been talking too much. You need to Sure. Like, because right now, my overview is that I've been, slowly improving life. Slowly, just, slowly.
Yeah, I've actually wanted to ask you this. Your brother told me that you're all about like just improving yourself,
Basically,
being
being
more
more
Physically.
productive physically.
Yeah.
Like you have like a record of what 25 push-ups, or you have a six pack, and I've heard all those rumors. Tell me about
No,
them.
no, actually, record for 25 is now, because it's, dude, I've gained so much weight. Oh, just because of the quarantine. But I think that's a good idea. I think it's good. I increase weight because I've been trying to increase weight before quarantine. Like, dude, I don't know if you like the last time you saw me. Remember, I was like so thin. I was like a toothpick, dude.
Yeah,
I was so thin. I wanted to gain weight, but like just long story short, gained weight. Can do push-ups. Like the max I can do right now is 25. That's like after doing a lot of like workouts. Like just 25 push-ups is less. Okay, like, calm down. It's less, and
oof.
because if you ask one of our previous guests, like one of my best friends, we had this I don't know if it's a competition. It's like like a small competition in school, like without class, who could do the most push-ups, and I got 46. That's like a big number. But like now,
Yeah.
dude, I am so bad at workout. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to also get a new hobby.
Okay,
uh,
that's good.
I've been going to a lot of sports recently. I suck in everything. I suck in football. I really do suck in football. Like football, like soccer for all the UK fans. I'm sorry, the US fans.
what?
But like soccer
Yeah,
for
yeah.
US fans, right?
You got it. You got it right.
Oh, that's casual. Okay, but like I'm trying to improve in soccer, football.
Why do you
But
think?
still,
Let me just interrupt you. Why do you think exercising is important? Like for yourself?
that's a good question. I think it's, dude. I think it's such an important part in like improving you as a general person. Like you can't just improve like mentally, like just being more productive, doing more work. I think you need to physically also do some work, because I mean, I know your muscle is also a brain, but like the rest of your body is also a muscle. So like you gotta improve your physical body in order to work more efficient mentally. Don't you think of it? Like, I mean, if you
Yes.
imagine being okay, I don't want to be a body shame, but like I don't want to body shame anyone. Just like imagine being super lazy and fat, just like sitting on the couch watching TV, but at the same time you're doing your work properly, like super efficiently. But like, is it going to be as efficient when you're like super healthy and super fit? No, right?
Yeah. Like
So
for
like,
me, I
yeah,
actually started exercise. I actually, I know I have to exercise and all that stuff, but then I
right, right,
thought I have to exercise just for the sake of exercising, and like being buff or something like that.
exactly.
But then I realized something else. To keep your mental health, I think something we all face problems with, especially in quarantine situations,
Exactly. Right, right.
because it's against human nature. We're social creatures, and then
Right.
if we don't do that, it's just going to mentally affect us. So when your mind gets let's say cluttered with so many thoughts, going for a run almost always fixes it. I
Right,
think
right.
for you, you do bicycling.
Yes. Who told you? Who told you
I know,
this?
I know.
Oh no, dude.
How's the car that follows you? Oh my god, I'm being so cringy. Anyways, um, yeah, I feel like exercising is underrated than it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like since you're exercising, I'm kind of jealous that you're the more fitter one in the family.
Nah, 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 dude. Trust
So
me,
I'm kind
it's
of
just all talk, but like no show.
I'm I'm kind of like facing the imposter syndrome. So yeah,
Impulsive syndrome. Okay. What
like
is
as in,
that?
do you prefer home workouts or actually going to the gym and like
Okay.
testing the
Okay.
weights?
I know this sounds weird. I'm 15 years old, but my mom still doesn't allow me to go to the gym. She thinks the gym weights are dangerous for me because I'm a weak, young, dumb kid. So like, she doesn't allow me
I
to go to the
actually
gym.
have a friend. He's actually 15 too. He was a scrawny little kid. I remember. He's one of the best like athletes, and he athletes in Dubai. Literally, he's like a big bodybuilder, and he's crazy. He's like crazy buff man. He's like, what,
Also,
6'3"?
just want to like all the audience
He's
is confused right
big.
now. Even though someone's right now in India, he lives in Dubai.
Oh,
You live
okay.
in Dubai.
Sorry for
Yeah.
it. Let them
Because
know.
the thing is, we were saying like my friend in Dubai, so they might have got confused. Just
Yeah,
making
yeah.
that
It
clear.
was good to clarify.
But continue.
But
Continue.
anyways, I feel like your age is like the time to start. I
Yeah,
regret
yeah,
not
yeah.
starting earlier. I feel like 15 is, when you have to start, when you have the energy, and if you start now, you'll probably never stop. So, like, to the guys listening, you're probably gonna hate me for saying this, but start, yeah.
Right, right. Oh, also, just to answer to your question, do I prefer home workouts or gym workouts? Ever since ever since after the my 15th birthday, my mom has been allowing me to go to the gym, but like under supervision. But me personally, I actually like home workouts. It's my body weight exercises, workouts. I'm not into weights, nothing like that. Just basic cardio. Yeah, stretches, push-ups, stuff like that. Basically,
Uh,
arm workouts.
the thing about
And
home workouts, they are much
mhm.
easier, but it needs a lot of willpower and discipline because you're technically doing the same workout in environments where you're supposed to study or sleep. So it's just going to conflict. For
Oh
example,
damn.
I used to do home workouts in the quarantine. I literally did like a week and then I just gave up at one point. But then, like, I have a small gym near my house, nothing
Oh
too
yeah, yeah.
crazy. Um, Whenever I go there, like, I feel like, I have to work out. So it's so easy. I just need to get the willpower to walk there. I don't need to get the willpower to, like, lift the weights or run on the treadmill or do any of that. So,
You're
like,
right. You're right. Like the
I
motivation you
think
get when you see others working out in the gym, just like you. I mean,
not
not now.
necessarily, not
Yeah.
necessarily, but the environment plays a big role. For example,
Oh.
that's why people say it's actually a productivity tip.
Mm-hmm.
Separate your table and your bed. Like, don't put in the same room if you can. Like, separate it, because then when you're in your room, you'll automatically be like, I'll lie down for a few seconds and then I'll go to work.
Oh,
But then,
dude. I've heard this. Thanks for reminding. I've heard this tip. I don't know who said this, but I remember the tip was basically not to game in the same desk that you study, on the same space that you study. Because I
yeah,
used
yeah.
to do that. I used to like literally after school. I used to like after online school. I just used to go jump into Fortnite back then. Back then, yeah, me and my boys used to jump into Fortnite, play some games, and then when it's time to do homework, we're just lazy. We're like, come on, one more game, come on. And that's when I read like when you do gaming in the same area that you're studying, it's just gonna create this conflict in your brain. Like that's a good point. It's like separate your space from studying and gaming. Okay, that's cool.
A simple example is this. Like, let's say in your house, you go to the dining table, your brain
Mm-hmm.
automatically expects for food because that's the environment, right? Like,
Right, right.
otherwise, let's say you sit on your dining table and that's probably where you work. You feel
Mm-hmm.
like getting out your computer, your notepad, and whatever. So,
Right, right.
environment really plays a role in productivity. Just a tip.
That's actually a really good tip.
Because,
Like
like,
I personally have felt that. Like I've actually seen that work to me. Like ever since I put my PS4 out of my room, like my Nintendo out of my room, like just my like a laptop. Because I don't do any gaming on my laptop right now because it's a Mac and you can't do any gaming on Mac. Yeah, that's one thing I hate about Mac. But moving on, I don't do gaming on that. So just my like laptop, my notebook, and the desk. Ever since that, I've been slowly moving into just work. I don't usually
yeah.
because usually when you put your phone next to the table or like anything like my Nintendo, basically my Nintendo. Whenever I keep it next to my table, I just grab it, play it. Like even though I'm like lazy, I'm like just for 5 minutes. That 5 minutes becomes 1 hour.
Yeah, it's a simple. I'm sure you know. I'm sure, like, most of you guys listening, and probably you yourself, Fardeen, know about the topic of path of least resistance, right? Have your PS4 and your PC connected to the same monitor. It's easier to play a game. It's way easier to, like, fire up your PS4 and play a game than do some work, like use your brain, put your brain to work, right?
Right, right.
And the thing is, long term, we should never rely on willpower because it's a finite resource. It's better to, like, discipline ourselves to put place like your computer just for work and not for gaming. That's why, like, personally, I
Mm-hmm.
prefer Mac OS. Like, I used to be a Windows user my entire life. Like, I
Same,
think
same.
even you're a
Yeah,
Windows user,
exactly.
so
Of
like
course.
I don't know. I don't want to sound like an Apple fanboy, but just Mac OS is just a more productive OS. Also, maybe maybe Apple actually made it. It
Yeah,
was
like
actually a
okay,
feature of Apple to exclude games because they want to make Mac OS a productivity machine.
okay.
You
We don't want
never.
to say that because they just released what is it called? Not just they released Apple Arcade games in Mac. So like
Ah,
even though there are games like those games really suck. They're like actually for kids, like Minions Run and stuff. Like come on, come on. It's like an insult to real gamers. So like yeah. So just want to touch on the thing that you just said. Yes, it is true. I got my Mac last Feb on my birthday as a present. I'm not trying to flex, but like I've been a Windows user ever since, like from the start itself. I've been having a Windows laptop. I've been doing all the gaming on it. Like everything is just on this one machine. And moving to Mac, the thing was, I think speed is also kind of involved. Just like you said, resistance. Because the thing was, to open up Word or to open up PowerPoint, especially on my Windows laptop, was like such a long drag. Like just opening, go to my web Safari, like not Safari, sorry, go opening my Chrome and just going to Google Classroom, opening my. It's just such a lag. I think it's kind of slow in that like perspective, but on Mac, because I don't know if this is for everyone, but I'm using an M1 Mac. So the thing is, the speed is really quick, so the resistance is super low. So if I need to study, it's just like opening a phone. Like if I can open Instagram, I can open my schoolwork immediately. So the resistance is low, so I can just open, I can do my work within seconds. So like, yeah. One thing I noticed about myself was to get into study mode is hard, but once you get me into the study mode, then I'm okay. I can manage myself. I don't
yeah.
know if this is right. My mom said this to me. He's like, before when to get me into study mode, it's like hard, but like once I do, I'm good.
It's about the. I think I don't want to sound like a productivity guy, but I think you're talking about you entering the flow state, right? Like when
I think that's the best word. Yeah,
you don't realize
yeah.
the time going, you just
Oh,
create,
damn!
create,
Exactly,
create,
exactly. Perfect. Yeah, correct.
right?
Yeah,
It's a beautiful
absolutely
state.
correct. Yeah.
But the
Oh
thing
yeah.
is, it's so hard to enter it. Like
Yeah, dude.
our monkey brains literally want. See, the problem is, YouTuber. His name's Alex Becker. He's amazing. You guys need to watch.
Okay.
Um, Basically, our emotional side of our head. Okay, I don't want to sound too geeky, but basically, our brain
Mm-hmm.
has dopamine. That's what it operates on, uh, and it craves a dopamine hit. In the context of 1-0, for example, opening up Fortnite and getting that battle royale or victor gives you a one, and then your brain. That's why you keep on getting keep on. That's why we all get addicted to that game. But then, and it's so easy. We just need to connect our controller, build some buildings. I don't know about Fortnite. I'm so sorry. And then just and it's fun. You don't need to really exercise your brain. But on the other hand, let's say completing a research report, you need to fire
Uh,
up PowerPoint. You need to
uh,
first plan it out on your notepad, and then you
uh,
need to and then you need to write in the data on PowerPoint, and then you need to spend time or
okay.
like just fixing the layout. It's just
We
so
get the
much work.
point. We get the
And
point.
then, but at the end of the day, if you get it done, you get that same one as the one you get when you get the Victor Royale. But it's way
Okay.
more, way harder. Like the path is way longer, and our monkey brains. I mean, that's what like technically, or if you look millions of years back. Anyways, um, like for
Moving
example,
on.
it's a simple idea. If there's
Mm-hmm.
two ways to go to a mall, we'll by default take the shortest route. Why would you just take the longest? There's no point.
Right.
Like so, that's the thing, and it's so much easier. There's so many easy dopamine hits. Like it's actually alarming. Like if you look at the productivity overall for workers, it's just really bad. For example, back in the day, we flew around. Now where are we? We can barely reach the ISS. SpaceX is probably going to reach Mars soon, but that's years away. And that's just because Elon Musk pushed for it. But like
Dude, you're absolutely right. Like, actually think about it. Completely true. Like, dude, we landed a person on moon, 1969. Like, come on. At this point, like, how many years is it, dude? Come on, how many years is it? It's like 60 years, dude. It's
Exactly.
like when it's more than 60 years, and come on, at least like if you ask a person, like if you ask Neil Armstrong in 1969, like you landed on moon. Now after 50 years, where do you think you'll be? He'll be like, yeah, we probably at Mars, settling there. We'll probably like land people on Mars in 50 years, dude. It's plus 60, and nothing has happened.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just come back to the basics of our ourselves as humans. There's two ways. Our brain is just myself again. We just want dopamine hit. Like since the second you wake up, you take your phone involuntarily. It's not like you're in this conscious control. You're like, I'm gonna take my phone and check Instagram, but that gives you quickly a dopamine hit. And then,
Right, right.
but the problem is there's two dopamine hits: the unearned dopamine hits, like checking Instagram, refreshing, seeing that red badge icon, which shows that someone wants to text you. And as social creatures, we crave for like social interactions. So it's the easy way, the unearned dopamine. Like go and just simply watching a video, and I'm what unknown dopamine hits is in the short term
You
you
feel
feel like
good
good,
about
but
it, but
long
long
term you're like, damn, I wasted so much time on
Right, right.
Netflix
today.
today. But
Like
the earned dopamine hits is what we all should
Right, right.
what we all should
aim
aim
for.
for.
But
The
the
problem
problem
is
is
back
back
in
in
the
the
day,
day, there was
nothing
nothing
to
could give you the
unearned
unearned
dopamine
dopamine
hits.
hits.
It
It
was
was
like you have to wake up.
there's
There's no phone to check.
need
You dress up,
like
go to work,
have
have
a
a productive
productive
day,
day,
come
come
back,
back,
have
have
to
to
socialize
socialize
with
with
your
your
family.
family.
It was
There's
such
such
a
like there's no way you can get unearned dopamine hits in that period of time. But nowadays the story is completely different. That's why I feel
Dude,
like
it's instant. It's like literally everything is instant.
exactly that's also a problem. That's a blessing and a curse. Like I'm scared.
Dude, that's
To
an
be
amazing
honest,
way to put it. A blessing and a curse. That's like an amazing way to put it.
20 years from now, imagine like kids will be like, oh my god, I just can't even imagine what's gonna happen.
Dude.
Kids like yeah.
Dude, no, no, actually, someone think about this, okay? Just think about my brother. Okay, I'm sorry to take my brother as an example because he's not a good example,
Sorry
but
about
just
this.
think, just think about my brother, okay? Okay, how old is he right now? 10 years old. If, like, you 10 years old, me 10 years old, what would have been, like, what were you doing? Playing with Lego, playing with Hot Wheels?
Like
What,
actually
like,
using our brain, like using the
actually playing with, yeah, like making
like using
buildings with
the
Lego.
bricks
By
and like the
Yeah, by the
blocks.
way, I
Like
love Lego.
yeah, yeah.
Just amazing. Big,
That's the
just
thing.
amazing.
We all have Lego, and when's the last time we touched it? Because it's so
Oh,
much easier to
shit.
do play games.
No,
Like
actually,
Lego, you have
I
to use your
actually.
brain. But unfortunately, we know it's good for it's gonna be.
Right,
But
right, right.
again, the unearned dopamine hits rule the
No, like, so, like, I think that's right. I completely support you. Me personally, I am such a big fan of Lego. I would prefer it over any game in this world right now. Like, give me unlimited sources of Lego over Fortnite. I don't give. Like, I really don't care about Fortnite if you give me Lego. But what I'm trying to say was like, okay, kids my age, like 10 years, my brother's age, 10 years ago when I was 10, when father was 10, like, dude, look at the difference. Like the amount of knowledge and amount of skills kids nowadays, and the amount of knowledge they have about tech and the reach they have, like right now, is the best. It's at the peak.
like for example, if you think about it, the problem solving skills in kids. For example, us. I remember back in the day, I used to come to your house in Dubai. We used to build the Ben 10 watches. Like it was so
Dude,
much work.
you, me, like we used to
You
sit in
and
the
me.
hall, like yeah, you and me. So we used to sit in the hall on the carpet. We used to watch TV, like turn off the lights, just watch TV, look outside in the window, and also like cut up like the papers and make Benton watches. And that time, like my mom brings up drinks. Oh, dude, those are the
Those
best
were the
days,
days,
man.
man.
Those are the days.
We're,
No tension, nothing. Just like, oh,
no
that was
tension,
so good.
exactly.
It
Like
was
no
so
tension of how
nice.
many likes will my photo
Yeah,
get.
exactly. Oh my
Like
god.
that's
I was about to
fun.
say it. I was literally about to say, like, we didn't have to worry about how many followers we have. We didn't have to worry about if we have friends or not. Like, we just enjoyed the moment that we were there. That was
Exactly.
the best. Like
Man.
I don't have to worry. Right now, my brother, like I'll just be honest. I know I'm exposing my brother, but at one point he was just. I'm pretty sure like a lot of people also have like a lot of kids also have this. Like when he used to play Fortnite, like one time he got kicked out of a group, and he was like, I don't have any friends to play Fortnite with, and then he was like, I don't have any followers on Instagram. I was like he was just comparing with other friends, and he was like.
Kids are getting depressed
Way
fast.
faster than they used to be.
Dude,
Like
Before,
way
before,
like,
faster.
before at
Bro, before
18,
was like when you passed Toys R Us, you used to be like, "Oh, I want a toy." That's depression. Now it's just constant depression. You check your phone, you don't see a message, you're like, "Oh, no one wants to text me." That's depression.
I remember at your brother's age, my sister's age, when we used to go to the mall, we see Toy Story, we
Oh,
run into it. Like our
oh,
parents will tell us, "Don't go," then we just
exactly.
run into it. But now, what's the difference now?
They
Kids are
go
on their
to
phone;
like
they don't
App
even
Store.
know a Toy
they
Story exists.
they
Like
like App Store. They bring.
like
I want to buy this. Dude, look at this. People used to
exactly,
buy. Dude, imagine. Okay, people used to buy art just to keep it in a house. Like art functions no like actual use, like no utility. But they buy art just like for their liking, right? But guess what's happening now? They're buying NFTs, non
NFTs.
fungible tokens. Like, come on,
Yeah,
any utilities? Nothing. It's just basically art in a digital platform. Like, bruh,
yeah,
everything is getting so quick and so simple for everyone. Like, just like you said, instant dopamine. Like, wow.
yeah. It's a blessing and a curse. The instant stuff.
It
Like for
is
example,
definitely a blessing, but like,
imagine asking your brother toy stores, name physical toy stores in. Do you think he would know?
much every day.
No.
bro, we were like experts. We know all the names. We're like, that one is the best. This one is the worst.
Remember Bakugan, Beyblades, and
Oh, Hot Wheels,
man,
dude.
what
Hot
do kids
Wheels.
have now?
Fortnite, PUBG, Call of Duty.
It used to be so fun. Like, I'll tell you a story of mine. Um, I never got Mighty Beans because yeah, I just didn't get. But then my friend gave me. Then I kind
Mighty
of
Bean, what's that?
I got Mighty Beans. I think you guys might be young, too young, like your friend.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys know about Beyblades?
Yes, of course.
So Beyblades, when it came out, like I used to literally pray to God 5 times a day. I want a Beyblade. I want a Beyblade. Then one day in the morning, my mom gets me Beyblade, just a Beyblade,
Oh,
and then there's no launcher. So I'm like, Mom, what do I do? She's like, then my Beyblade. My dad got interested in this stuff. He got me the Beyblade Stadium,
I
and
saw,
then
I saw. Remember, yeah.
no,
Jablali
I didn't
at
get the
your
Beyblade
house.
Stadium, but like I got like a steel, let's say plate, a big one. It was fun times, you know. In the cafeteria, me and my friends would just pile up on the restaurant table, yeah, cafeteria table, and we
We
would
would
spin our Beyblades and wait.
Oh,
Oh, that
dude.
was days.
Oh yeah, those are the days when like
so
I
fun.
remember we used to go to school and then like they used to do this Beyblade like not competition like small competitions fights against others like Beyblades is like launching them up. Oh, those are the fun days, man.
Like I don't know if you remember, Pegasus had this is off topic, but Pegasus, the blue one, had this ability to stand up straight if it slowed down at the right speed. Like
What?
so, then technically, any other Beyblade would fall down.
Matches.
For winning is who's up straight. Even if
Exactly.
the Pegasus was like incredible, I always wanted a Pegasus. But like, yeah, like
Dude,
what
by
would
the way,
kids know
Pegasus is the
about
type of
physical toys now?
dude. Also, think about this. I mean, listen. I know it's the cons about this situation, like with physical toys that we used to get. The con about this is the waste. Like,
Yes.
dude, where are the toys that we had? Like, no, I know, like, more, like, I'm pretty sure you and me, we both collect your toys, right? You still have your old toys, right? I
Yeah,
still
yeah.
have them in like a nice box. Yeah, but like, not just us. Like, think of like an actual society. Most of the people throw away when they shift. When they shift, like when they grow up, they're like, wait, I don't play with this toy anymore. Throw. That's waste. That's just plastic waste. No.
You just actually made me thinking about something. You probably visited my house. You've seen the big showcase with all the
Ah,
cars.
yes. The IKEA
It was a
showcase.
hobby.
Yes.
It was a hobby cars. But now,
Yes. Yeah.
now you reminded me. Why am I collecting them?
I mean,
Like,
okay. So the reason why we're collecting is that I think that's like
there's
subjective
no
to
point,
us.
really.
But like, because I actually really like them. I still, dude. I don't know if you've seen this. Remember, like, when I was showing this, when I was showing my car, there was like this huge showcase, like this frame in the wall where I used to keep those Hot Wheels in Qatar.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, I made a show like a proper frame. Not me, my dad made me one, like a frame with this carpenter. He got in touch with this nice Malayali carpenter. He told me like he told him to create this nice frame, like the exact length. He took. I don't know. I really like that he took effort on this. My dad. He's like he asked me to like just show the Hot Wheels cars just to see the length and the dimensions of it. He made a nice frame, and I collect them. Okay, so me personally, I like collecting Hot Wheels, but like just like you said, some people they're like, why am I collecting this? And then they throw away. It's just metal. Hot Wheels is metal. Right? That's like what can you do with metal now?
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Because at the end of the
plastic
day, we're
wheels.
all gonna leave this all behind. We can't take it with us, technically. I don't want to sound,
That's like
negative, but that,
no, that's deep. That's
uh,
deep. Like imagine everything you have right now. Like man, I need this to live. I need my phone to live. I need my laptop to live. When you die, you have
you can't
nothing.
take any. Yeah,
You have nothing.
that, like, I don't want to sound very, I don't
I get it. I get it. I understand.
dull,
I understand.
dull
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But everything we should do, ideally, we should look back. Everything we want to do, we should look back, like from our deathbed, basically. For example,
Yeah.
let's say you want to buy something. Right now, you'll be like, yes, really, really want it. But long term, what's gonna happen to that thing? It's just because
Very
like
true.
everything you accumulate, will slowly become inside your mind. You won't notice it, but it just takes up space. It's like a liability. So it helps us, like, looking back. It's called, I think, Jeff Bezos. It's actually a thing he made up. It's called the regret minimization framework. It's just a look back, from when you're gonna die, like when you were gonna die, and say what would you want to do to live life more and long term, to become more happy. Because like most of the things that we have now, let's say when you bought your iPad, you're like super happy. But let's be honest, are you
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
happy now?
No, I mean, I mean,
I mean, kinda, yeah. But
I'm
like, are you that
grateful for
happy?
having it, but like, yeah, definitely, you're right. Like the amount of happiness I had when I bought the like unwrapping the iPad, like opening the box, like the basic Apple enthusiasm, and then like fast forward to now when I'm using it like a day to day basis. Like I'm just throwing it on the bed. Like back then I used to keep it on the like table like soft and gentle and like no one touch it, no one scratch it. Like now I'm just like tossing it away. Like yeah, I totally understand your point. Like the
Like,
happiness, the amount of happiness we get, yeah.
do you feel like it
The way
weighs you
you
down, like, at least unconsciously? Like, it's one more
Dude,
device.
I have to be honest with you. You're absolutely right. Like everything that I have, like so here's one thing that my dad said. So I was talking to my dad like, so your dad has so your dad has a really good like watch collection. Like the amount of watches
Yes.
and like the watch pieces that he has is really good. Like really really good. Like not like over extravagant awesome like that. It's like really good pieces. Like good for everything. Like just generally good watches. And I was like, just and my my dad right? He like buys nothing for himself. So I was like, why don't you just buy one watch? It's like one good watch. Like I don't want to sound like I'm flexing again, but like as an investment style, I was like the only like not only one of the watches that gives you a higher up like what is it called a profit would be a
Return on investment.
Rolex. Yeah, return on
Yeah,
investment. I'm
exactly.
sorry, I'm not. Yeah, would be a Rolex. And he's like, yeah, I understand. Like, cause he was like, yeah, all his colleagues were wearing Rolexes and all that, and he's like, absolutely right, I agree. But then imagine one day I'm wearing this and then I mistakenly scratch it or I mistakenly bang on the door or something happens to it. It's always going to be in my mind. It's just, like I have to take care of it. I can't be free, can I? Like I have to be like put it in a box so no one takes it, or like I have to just polish it all the time just so it's clean. Just like I said, it's going to be a liability. But then he's like, "But if I wear a cheap watch, like just a normal Casio or something, what's going to happen? If
Yeah,
I
exactly.
break, yeah, well, broke. What can I do?
For me,
I have an interesting insight on what you just said. Like,
so
so, watch guy. My dad is so like whenever he's like, "Where's
like
your watch? Where's your watch?" So
I
like I
love your
try to.
dad's watch enthusiasm. I just love. I
That's
really
the
love
thing.
it.
He has all these watches now, but at the end of the day, he just Apple Watch. Like I don't even remember he bought it in November. Like literally, not even joking. He literally hasn't removed it. No,
Dude,
but
I'm
this is
wearing an
what
Apple Watch right now.
but personally, I always thought watches were a waste of time because you can just pull out your phone, and just get it right. Just
Dude,
check the
have
time.
you thought about
But
this?
then,
Have you just? I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Have you
yeah,
just thought
sure.
about this? When you pull out your phone, check the. Even if you wear a watch, right? You pull out
Yeah,
your phone to check the time, right?
yeah.
Don't you think back then, before watches were invented, there was pocket watches. So people used to take these pocket watches or pocket and use it to check the time. Don't you think history is repeating itself? We take these
Oh
pieces of
wow.
machine from a pocket, check the time.
And it was much more focused. Like we do the same exact thing, but it's way worse. You take
Yeah,
out your phone. You're like, you see your notification from your friend's Discord group or
your
something,
mail exactly.
on your Instagram or your mail,
Oh shit! Oh shit!
and then so. But then I realized something. I'm like, I try to remove my life as much as possible. Like literally right now, I use my dad's 11-inch Mac only and my iPhone. That's like literally the only things I've brought with me on this trip. And a
Yo,
small
dude. I'm so sorry. I'm
notebook I
sorry.
could buy for like 2 dirhams. I'm sorry for interrupting you. If you think you may
No,
talk.
no, I saw. Yeah, the whole notebook idea. I really like this. Like, I also bought one from India, just a small, basic notebook. I used to just like jot down all the ideas up. Because usually when I have an idea, I'm like the Apple fanboy, right? So like I'm like, no, no, don't write it on a book. You can write it on your note, like a notes app on your phone.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, it's so much resistance
Yes,
compared to a
exactly.
book and a like dude, I understand devices are much more faster, much more capable now. Like opening notes up nowadays is much faster than you can do what you can do like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. So yeah, I admit it, but a book and a paper, it can never be defeated. I have an Apple Pencil and iPad Pro and still it cannot be defeated.
Yeah, exactly. Like to be honest, um, my dad was traveling. So I had his iPad. He doesn't use it really. He has the Apple Pencil and stuff. And I used it for my university. Like I'm in second semester now, so I used it for
Okay.
the first couple of weeks, and I fell in love with it. It's so
so easy.
easy. For example, if I had a screenshot of things I needed to write down, I just screenshot it from my computer and I just copy it over to my iPad. But not my iPad, my dad's. But anyways, but on the same action on paper would be much more difficult, right?
Exactly, 100%.
Maybe iPad with Apple Pencil.
See, I agree. It's a much
Again,
more
it's one more
powerful
thing
device.
it's one more thing I need to care about.
Very
So
true.
I just, for example, right now I use a small A5 notebook. I think I write down my notes and I just take a picture of them and I save it in a folder, so it's
Oh,
easily accessible. But at the same time, I get the best of both worlds easily.
oh, now I didn't think about that. Okay, okay,
So
okay.
like so like
Yeah,
I get the ease of use of pen and paper, but what they call the portability of digital by just saving into my notes. I like literally just before talking to you, I took a picture. I scanned the documents using the notes app, and then I just saved it to my folder because I know pen. I'll never be able to find that paper I wrote stuff on, like when my exam comes in. Like let's be honest, we'll never find it. But
right,
then
right.
I just saw my notes up, and yeah, iPad is good, but it's false signal.
Yeah, yeah.
You can only
No,
really
I mean, it is a good device for people who can actually use it like properly, like Photoshop editors, like Adobe illustrators, like creating a thumbnail on iPad is the best experience. Like from like I've only made like what, let's say 10 YouTube videos, but like all of the thumbnails were made on my iPad, and creating thumbnails and all those professional like artistic works, I think it kind of defeats the pen and paper tradition. But then
yes.
just the basic note taking the most simplest thing, I think the pen and paper defeats it.
Yeah, we should boil stuff down to basics for an easier life.
Yeah,
Really,
right.
like you can always get a. Let's say you go to a hotel. You want to quickly note things down. You don't have your phone.
Right.
There'll always be a pen and paper over there.
Yeah,
Just
like,
quickly write down, take a picture. So
Yeah.
simple.
100%.
And then like the overall initial investment of an iPad, is what? Let's look at the cheapest one. The iPad
$300. 300.
2020. Yes,
Three.
300. The Apple Pencil is what, $100. That's $400. How much is for A5 notebook? We'll never use that much, and like
Right.
it's an additional thing that is gonna weigh us down because like it's not like we're gonna sell it. It's not easy to sell because the thing it's really good that you don't want to sell it, but at the same time you know you should, right?
Right.
Like
Definitely.
I remember like a couple of months back, you were discussing about selling your iPad, right?
100%. Yeah. That was the topic when I got my Mac. I found out that I've been not using my iPad as much because previously I gave my laptop to my brother because he wants to start like PC gaming. So I gave my laptop. So I was just a complete iPad only user. So like all my schoolwork, everything, Word, Excel, everything was on my iPad. And by the way, just wanna I don't want to talk about tech right now, but like I imagine the newer ones right now are like even much faster. But like my old one, 2018 model, dude, it's so fast and everything.
Yeah, I feel like your iPad Pro 2018, the iPhone 6s, was one of those rare Apple things that
Like the
there's no explanation. The
six was
6s,
good, but like the 6S was better because it was much more refined.
I'm sure Apple's never done that much of an update on a phone ever since. Like 6s to 7, meh. 7 to X probably, but that anyways, it's the 3-year design cycle which they anyways refresh. But like, it's never gone. X to XS was nothing really.
Dude,
XS to
so
11
I
Pro,
think
meh.
the 6's design, the X's design, and the iPad Pro's design. These three were like the ones that changed the path. Like from iPhone 5, which is a boxy small one, the 6 brought the new design of like the more curved and more sleek and more thin. The iPhone X like completely changed what an iPhone looks like.
Yeah.
Like the notch, the home button, the bezel, smaller thin bezels, but like with a hefty price tag.
Hefty price tag.
Other than that, yeah, like these devices. Going back, I don't want to talk about tech right now.
Yeah,
Also,
sorry
if you
guys.
have, just one small quick note. If you haven't seen our previous episode with Salman on season 1, I recommend you do because that's where we talk about tech, everything in general, the most. Like, so if you want to listen about chorus tech and everything, just listen to that podcast. But don't leave. You can listen to us right now. You continue listening. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's bro. It's like what 48 minutes. Dude, it felt like 3 minutes, 5 minutes
Yeah.
talking. How
Yeah.
long? What, we reach this much? I'm pretty sure no one's gonna like listen to it till now, man. 50 minutes? Damn, that's
Is this
long.
your longest podcast?
Okay, this one after editing is gonna be the longest. Yeah, this is definitely the longest one. 100%
That's
the longest.
yeah. We talked a lot, and I feel like we're just like starting up with the
Yeah,
productivity.
exactly. I thought we're just gonna start off. Like, if you want to continue,
Yeah.
let's continue. What do you say?
No. I mean, if we start talking about, we'll be up all night.
Oh yeah, true. You know what? I think this is good. Like we can do a second podcast, part 2.
Yo, chill,
Like, I
guys.
mean,
I don't think they'll want me a third time. Your people.
let's you know what?
Okay.
Let's leave it to the people who watch this. If you have watched till now, that means you're definitely interested. So comment down below. You want to watch another one? Pretty sure they said yes.
Okay,
I'm
let's
pretty sure they said
end this on like a productive note.
yeah.
What would you be your biggest productivity tips? Like a couple of productivity tips.
Mine?
Just like what you follow on a daily basis, and then
Oh,
like
yeah.
it helps you.
Mine.
Mental knowledge.
Okay. First up, I know you've heard this definitely. If you're doing something important, just turn on the notifications. Keep on do not disturb. Also, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people hate me for not responding to their text immediately. It's just that I'm probably doing something, and I just put my phone always on do not disturb and always silent. So like
Man,
no one's getting
about
anything.
that. Oh my god. You take
What
years to
happened?
reply. Yeah, about the texting thing.
Dude, I'm so. The thing is, I think I have amnesia. But jokes aside, I turn off the notifications. I see the message. I see the notification. I'm like, is it as important as the task I'm doing right now? Okay, I know it sounds cheesy, but this is a question I ask myself. I'm doing like the last time you messaged me, I was just doing this form, like this formality form from a school. I was just doing them some phones, and I was like, okay, do I have to finish this, or do I have to go and do Salman? Do I have to reply to Salman? Which is more important? I check it out, and I see the schoolwork is more. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so
Oof,
sorry.
oof.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's just that I've been delaying this. I've been procrastinating about this form for so long. So like I just did that at that moment. But other than that, yeah. So keep your phone away, um, and try to get. So this is something I do personally. If you're a person who likes gaming, try gamifying whatever you're trying to do. Like try to imagine that you're gonna get points for this, or trying to try gamifying your work, your tasks, like trying to make it something more interesting. Yeah, basically try doing whatever you're doing, like even if it's filling out forms or boring as what is it called, I don't know, checklist or something, like even if it's the most boring work, try putting your own touch into it so it becomes more interesting. So that's my second tip. Third tip, the final one, is probably just make sure you don't keep any distractions. Clean your room. I know this sounds, again, you've heard of this before, but try making your bed the moment you wake up. Because trust me, once you come back from a shower and when you see your room, when you're ready to do your work and you see your room super clean, trust me, it just gives you a nice boost during work. Like it's just, I don't know if it's just me, but like trust me, seeing your room clean, seeing your desk, all your stuff ready, like just clean and organized, it all just automatically pushes you to do the work. So yeah, clean your room, keep it tidy, like make sure all your stuff for your work, like your notebook, your pen, everything is close by. So just like someone said before the start of the podcast, like make sure there's less restrictions. Just
That's
make sure
friction.
there's friction. I'm sorry, not restrictions. Less friction. Make sure there's less friction. So like just make sure that everything is close by. Keep a pen holder, put all your pens and stuff there. Keep a book holder for all your books. Yeah. So keep your phone away. Keep your room clean. Keep all the distractions away. Keep your room, keep your room clean. Put your phone away. Put away the distractions. What was the rest? Yeah. Make the task that you're doing more interested to you. Make it gamified. Yeah, that's my tip. That's my tip. What's yours?
Okay. I don't have the best tips, but I'll just tell you what I follow.
Dude, mine
I
was
think
also bad, so trust me.
an important, yeah, it's fine. We're both bad. An important thing, a key thing, would be start the night before. Right? Like let's be honest. When we all go to bed, we watch like YouTube or scroll through Insta. Just
Right,
before
right.
you do that, write down everything you need to do on your to-do list. Because like you don't need to spend that willpower the next morning planning on what you need to do. Because like
Oh,
Like personally,
I have zero discipline. I'll be dead honest. Like the days I don't plan beforehand, it's just a really unproductive day. I don't get things done, or I get things done really slowly. So that would be like tip number one: start the night before, plan the night before. Second tip would be, as Fardeen said, eliminate friction. Really, if you have to do some work, things simple. No, you don't need for the either use your monitor or your computer screen. Like at the end of the day, our brain can only focus on one thing. Like opening multiple monitors and putting stuff on different may seem like it increased productivity, but really no, it doesn't. Like think of it, our brain is
right.
we can only focus on a single thing. So we just have like one monitor to focus on. Just keep things simple, you know. One like when you have your notebook on your table, just as Fredine said, like prepared. Try to have like one pen instead of multiple pens, because like then you have to decide, should I take my black or blue pen? Eliminate decisions from the day to day. Like keep things simple. I'm using like too much, sorry.
That's
Uh,
it.
uh, keep, but there's no point.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm again sorry to interrupt, But like everything you say, like it just gives me another idea. So like what you just said, keep everything simple. Just keep one or two stuff for one specific thing, so it reduces the time that you take for deciding it. You know who else did that?
Who else?
Steve Jobs, dude. Steve freaking Jobs.
Rest in
He, rest in peace, dude. He had the same wardrobe for ever since he started working at Apple, the same wardrobe, and that was because I'm not sure if I'm quoting him right, but like what he said was it reduces the time for him to make a decision. It's always the same, so like he just wakes up, puts it on, and goes. So there's no thinking. Should I wear blue today? Should I wear black? Should I wear green? Should I wear white? Like it's the one thing, so it keeps you consistent and reduces the time for you to decide the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
I think you're
that's a
talking
good tip.
about
That's a good tip.
the thing called decision.
Thing.
Let's be honest. Oh, I'm saying let's be honest a lot. Anyways,
It's okay.
a day you wake up feeling good, but like a lot of willpower. You wake up, you do your bed, you brush your teeth, you take a cold shower, then you
Oof.
then you choose your dress like in the morning, and then like you plan for the day. That's gonna exhaust you. Like by the time you actually get to work, like let's be oh my, not let's be honest again. um, once you
Be
feel like a
honest.
bit, because we only have a limited amount of decisions per day.
Right.
Like, even Jeff Bezos said, I only make like I think three decisions a day. He's like the busiest guy. He should do way more, but he
Exactly.
knows we can't do. We only have a limited amount of willpower and decision making ability.
Right.
So just keep, as I said before, keep things simple. There's no point complicating, and keep your to-do list small. If you feel like no, I can finish that easily, chances are you probably won't. And like let's say you finish your math homework and you think you finish your math homework in 2 hours, you'll most probably take 100% more time, or optimistically 50% more time. So 3 hours or 4 hours. So structure your calendar. Maybe for the guys you listening, try using calendars. It's simple. The Google Calendar or Apple Calendar. It's a good way to use calendars because then you know where you should be. Because if you use a to-do, I can do it later on. But then a calendar, there's a time you need to finish stuff by. And then last point,
It's a
rest.
good tip.
After a long day, take rest. Don't stress yourself out constantly. We're not Elon Musk, so there's no point. There's a formula: stress plus rest equals growth. Probably doesn't apply for Elon Musk, but for us mortal human beings, chill out. Talk to your friends, read a book, watch some productivity YouTubers, talk to family, play games with your friends. Yeah, like every day do it and have a day from in a week where you just don't do anything. Like you wake up, you don't do anything. Even when your head goes like, do that work, submit that project. Don't do it. Just take a day off. Trust me, it'll be worth it for the rest of the week.
Dude, those
Yeah.
tips are the best. Like really good tips. Gotta be honest. The last one, take some rest. Just enjoy. I think right now my entire next 3 months is gonna be the same thing. Take rest. 3 months.
Yeah. And then like
Well,
at the
like-
end of the vacation, you'll be like, damn, I messed up the entire.
I know, right?
happens
Dude, like
to all of us.
yeah.
But it's okay.
Anyways, dude, we reached the 1 hour mark. Oh sheesh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh sheesh, dude. Like damn, that is such a long podcast. I have to be honest with you. Like, okay, I've been saying have to be honest with you for a long time. Sorry. Gotta be honest with you. Dude, this is actually the longest, like the longest episode, but like it felt very short. I think it's probably just because it was like a nice topic that we're talking about, something that's really useful to people right now. So, yeah,
Yeah, like Fardeen
Uh,
suggested, let's talk about cars or something. But then I'm like, what? How would it help our?
right.
I mean,
Yes,
yes,
Yeah,
I'm not the
everyone's
host.
who's listening to this, let's just expose myself. I was before the podcast starting, I was just like, someone, do you want to do some? Do you want to talk about cars or like the usual stuff, just like cars, Apple? And then someone was like, you know what, you're right, but then like, is it gonna be useful to people? And then I was like, oh damn, And that's when
It's like
the productivity idea came up. It's like a really good idea.
every minute that passes, we're closer to our death. Now we're 60 minutes closer to our death. It's a deep topic to think about, but it just
It's a
helps us
truth.
live
It's
our
a
life
truth.
with more intention, you know.
Right.
So, because I don't want to waste your time. I don't. I don't think I give any solid advice, anyways. But like, I've tried. You know, I've tried my best. Like, I'm kind of dumb, so that's all I have.
Okay. Okay. Also, one quick tip to you and everyone listening: don't be like Salman. Just give yourself some confidence. Like, just believe in yourself a bit. Because if you don't believe in yourself, don't expect anyone else to believe in you. That's the truth.
Yeah, that is big. That is big.
Because the truth is that you're the only one who likes yourself, like knows yourself, likes yourself the best. So if you can't believe in yourself, then I don't think anyone will. So like, yeah, believe in yourself. Okay, I know it sounds super cheesy to believe in yourself. Okay, anyways, dude, thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna have to end it here because the viewers are gonna get probably sleepy. But thank you so much for listening.
It's my
uh,
pleasure. Thanks
Thank
for
you so much
having
for
me.
coming. Like, no problem, no problem. It's been amazing. So I'm just gonna say thanks to the viewers. Just give me a sec. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go hit the like button. If you want to see more of these videos, go hit the subscribe button and follow us on Instagram for sneak peeks and some highlights and all the cool background footages. But yeah, go the Instagram account is in the link bio. So, anyways, thank you so much. See you guys later. Peace. Bye. Bye. Also, by the way, post-credit scene. Someone got to say something about the podcast. How was it? Was it good?
Man, are we recording? Like, to be honest, your podcast was like the worst. It was so boring. Like, oh my god. No, Fardeen, don't
Come
do
on,
that.
come on.
Don't do that. That's so mean.
No, it was
Don't
good.
put it in. Don't put it in. I
I'm putting this in. I'm putting this in. I'm putting this in.
No, guys, the viewers, I was just joking. He's a great guy. I really enjoyed the. I didn't even notice. Like, I just turned on my phone now. I saw us at the 1 hour 5 minutes mark. I'm like,
Oh,
how did time?
I know. How did
Anyways,
time go so? Yeah.
we brought the viewers like that.